Okay, so I don't know what the fuck happened with my other video and why it cut me off like that. I'm like 4 minutes. This shit was about 8 minutes long. What happened to the other four? It. The thing is, it like cut me off, but at the same time, it was still recording, so I had no idea what the fuck just happened. I don't feel like making another part to it. I think that was basically it. I guess I just kept repeating myself, being repetitive and shit. But anyways, there's a survey I just seen on one of the blogs I'd be on. I've mentioned the site a couple of times, but I decided to not mention it because it's kind of low key and it's better to be low key. I think if it would to get popular, it would just not be the same. But anyway, so yeah, it's a love and sex survey. I decided to answer it in a vlog instead because I'm bored. I feel like making another video, making as much videos as possible because that's what I need to do. And I knew it would get you guys to be inside my head and know more about me and shit. Okay. So the first question is, would you leave someone if you found out that they had cheated on their previous partner? Um, I say I've done it before. Like, I remember in the talking stage finding out that they cheated on somebody, and I still stuck around. I was like, fuck it, because they had convinced me that they changed. But then come to find out, I wound up talking to that person because they were talking to somebody else at the same time. And like I said in my other video, as far as dating and what you should establish earlier on, if you are talking to somebody and you don't tell them that you're talking to somebody at the same time, that's almost like showing early stages of you being a cheating ass motherfucker. Okay, moving along. So basically, no, I wouldn't do that anymore. Would you ever donate sperm and eggs? No, thank you. I want to have kids, but I want them to know me and I want them to be mine. Point blank, period. Is marriage important to you? Um, that's kind of hard to answer. You know what I mean? Now that I've gotten older, I'm not thinking about that at all. I'm only 19. I've barely had any dating experience, so why in all fuck would I even be thinking about marriage right now? So I guess I would say no, it's not important to me as of right now because I've barely even dated anybody. It's been a couple years since I've been in a relationship with somebody. I haven't really dated or been too many relationships at all or had that much experience. So I'm not even trying to think about that shit. What would you do in a situation where your boyfriend, girlfriend's best friend, or closest friend, assuming you aren't BFFs, and yourself didn't get along? Um, if I didn't get along with my man's best friend, it would be for reasonable reasons. You know what I mean? It wouldn't just be for some stupid shit. Like I'm jealous of their relationship or something. Um, I would definitely tell my man to handle that. You know what I mean? That's your friend, you handle that. Out of respect for you, you handle that situation. Let them know how I'm feeling and try to find a mutual, reasonable way to go about this. You know, whatever. Or get rid of them, whatever. If they didn't handle it like they should have, or they're being secretive and lying a little bit, I would probably get rid of that person that I'm with. You know what I mean? Because that's not showing good signs at all, and how seriously they take um their relationship with me. Um, what's the next one? If people from your past relationships were to describe you in 3 words, what would they be? At first, I was thinking of answering this, and then I was like, you know what? Who gives a fuck? Because I don't give a fuck about them, and they're irrelevant to me and unimportant. So yeah, who cares what 3 words they used to describe me? Because my 3 words would be fuck you niggas. Okay? Those are my 3 words to describe y'all. Fuck you niggas. Moving moving along to the next one. Have you ever cheated on someone? If so, did you get caught? No, I've never cheated on anyone. I don't see the point in cheating on anyone. If you're that unhappy with your relationship, that you feel as though you may have to cheat on that person because they're not giving you what you want, either you compromise with it or you get rid of them before you do something shitty. Because no matter whatever reason you can think of to cheat on that person, karma's gonna bite you back in the ass when you cheat on them. So yeah, I pray to God I never will do that, and that my decision stands on that. Never say never. So I'm not gonna say no, I'd never do it. You know what I mean? As much as I would like to say that, never say never. Probably jinx the shit. I'm gonna just pray on it. Okay, next. Do you think people's parents' relationships reflect how theirs turned out? I don't think so. Well, a little bit, because if somebody has like a bad relationship with their parent, it may affect how they might view you. Like if you have those negative traits about you that remind them of their parent, they may take it a little bit overboard or be a little bit more sensitive towards it, and it may mess up the relationship. Or in other cases, not really, because it may just influence how they feel, their decisions on what they're going to do about it. You know what I mean? With the relationship. Would you consider yourself to be a promiscuous person? No, I've already answered this. I'm a 19-year-old virgin. Moving along. Why did your last relationship end? Because of lack of communication, lack of honesty and respect, and the distance. Yeah. It was just with that relationship. I mean, with any relationship, you need to be honest and open, anyways, and communicate. But it's definitely even more key in a long distance relationship. If not, the shit's just not gonna work. I'm telling you. Hold on, I lost track of where the fuck I was at. Do you feel it's possible? Do you think it's possible to be friends with an ex? I say, not really, because there's always lingering feelings. So you probably could think it's all good, and then one day bursts out about the fact that you still love them or some bullshit, or vice versa. You know what I mean? I don't think so. No. Or at least with me, I can't be friends with them. Like, I have one of my recent exes who, for months, every now and then would call to see how I'm doing. And even though I understand this courtesy and everything, I kind of know that they probably, I could see that they still wanted to get at me. They still wanted something to happen. It wasn't going to happen. And I wasn't interested in knowing about how they were doing. So it was just a wrap. I just don't give a shit. Have you ever been with someone of the same sex? No. I'm only interested in my vagina. Moving along. What stereotype about women and men in relationship bothers you the most? This one is hard for me to answer, because I think one of them would be that women don't know what they want. I know what I want. I know the characteristics that I want in a dude, and I know if I like somebody that I like them. I'm not confused on me liking them. You know what I mean? I know that I want them, and that's it. I don't know what else there is to be confusing about, unless you're trying to say that I have certain characteristics that I may and be looking for in a person that I obviously don't get, or don't necessarily look out for, and I don't realize. I guess that's how it seems like we don't know what we want. But I don't think in general, or the bigger picture, we don't know what we want. As far as with men, the stereotypes that bothers me, when people say that men can't be emotional. Yes, they can, just not to a pussy degree. I mean, I'd like to know that you have feelings that can be compassionate and sensitive towards my feelings. You know what I mean? But not no pussy shit. You know what I mean? And I guess the other thing would be, I'm trying to think. Um, that niggas ain't shit. You hear females say that all the time, that niggas ain't shit, or there's not one good dude that doesn't cheat, or one good dude period. There's somebody out there, you're just not looking in the right place. As I can admit, I obviously don't look in the right place or look for the right people. So yeah, would you ever get your significant other's name tattooed on you? Oh Lord, hell fucking no, I would never do that. No date, nothing. It's stupid, because people can get married and not even be with that person for the rest of their life. So why the hell would you do it? It's stupid. And then 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be with that person for the rest of your life, or be with them that long, or whatever the case. It's just stupid. I will never do it. No. No. What was your longest relationship? A year. About a year. It was like a couple months to a year. When was the last